and welcome to the award-winning cafe community. We're so glad you could join us. I'm your host, Cheryl Noble. Today we welcome two first-timers on the program. A bit later we'll learn about partners in English language learning, and the group does teaching and tutoring in, well, you guess it, English language. And also tonight, first-timer Dollars for Scholars thrift store, a brand new business in town that lends some proceeds and gives some proceeds to students' scholarships and funding. And my first guest, we'll meet in just a moment, returns to the program to talk about a first-year milestone. So there's a lot we're going to learn on tonight's program, so we better get started. My first guest is the director of Sammy's Friends Animal Shelter, and 1 year ago they took over managing the Nevada County Animal Shelter. She comes back on the program tonight to give us an update and to tell us about the celebration for the first-year anniversary. A warm welcome to Cheryl Wicks.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Hi.
It's great to be back.
Oh, you're welcome. We were just talking before the show. We realized that you've been on a few times, but it was a year ago.
That's right.
That you announced that the agreement between the county and Sammy's Friends for the animal shelter. And where did the year go? Here we are.
I don't know. It's just flown by. I can't believe it's a year. It seems like it was about a month ago.
I know. Well, I'm sure for you, it's just so much was getting it up to speed. You kind of remodeled, decorated. Plus, you had to get furniture and set up. And then you had lots of animals coming in.
We've had a lot of animals this year. We've had about 700 more animals this year than any year since I've seen statistics, like going back 10 years. And so we have a lot of animals, and we need a lot of help.
And you just said, too, you're with your kitten T-shirt. You're promoting that it's kitten season.
It is kitten season.
I don't know if you can see her T-shirt. It says, "Are you kidding me?" Which is gets somebody to say, what does that mean? Yeah, so there's a lot of kitties in the shelter looking for homes.
We have a lot of kittens, and we're trying this year to get to keep our kittens in foster homes and to bring them in on Saturdays so that they stay healthy, because it's very stressful for the cats in the shelter, and then they often get upper respiratory infections, and then, you know, it takes a lot of work to get them well again. And so every Saturday is the best day to come and look at the kittens.
Yeah.
And although we have kittens otherwise, and we also have adult cats, and we have dogs, and I think we only have one puppy at the moment. We just don't get as many puppies, but we get, like last year, I think we probably got 500 kittens.
Oh my God, I just can't even put my arms around that.
And sometimes they're so little, like sometimes we get them, you know, they're only a few days old, and we have to bottle feed them.
Oh my gosh.
And fortunately, we have a wonderful lady who does a lot of the bottle feeding, because, you know, bottle feeding 5 or 10 kittens is, I mean, really, you could start in the morning and do nothing but bottle feed the kittens all day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and this gets to the issue with the influx. I know a lot of it's due to the economics, but the influx is lack of spay and neutering, and I know one of the programs that you offer is help with that.
We do. We offer help with spaying and neutering. Sammy's Friends helps with the cats, and Pound Puppy Rescue helps with the dogs.
Oh, nice.
So anybody that's interested in getting their cat or dog spayed or neutered can call me at the shelter, which is 471-5041, or they can call Kathleen O'Sullivan at Pound Puppy Rescue at 274-8079 to get the dogs neutered.
So even if you have an animal already, it doesn't have to be something
no.
that a pet that you get from the shelter.
No,
You
they don't
already
have to have adopted
one.
it from us. They don't have. It doesn't have to be in the shelter. It's any animal, any cat or dog that anyone owns that they want to get spayed or neutered. There's really no reason not to, because even if they have no money, we'll pay for it, or we'll pay for part of it if they have some money but not enough money.
Yeah.
So we do whatever we can to get animals spayed and neutered, because, like last year, there were about between Sammy's Friends and the other organizations that rescue, there were probably 3,000 animals rescued last year, and that means 3,000 animals in this community that, you know, somebody allowed to be born and then didn't want them.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't know what to
ridiculous,
do
really.
with it.
Yeah. So.
Well, a year has flown by, and this is part of a 3-year contract, you were saying?
Yeah, we have a 3-year contract. And so since 1 year's already gone, I suppose the next 2 years will fly by just as quickly. Yeah. And, you know, that doesn't mean the contract can't be renewed in 3 years, but Well, it's only 2 years now, but the first contract was for 3 years.
Well, it seems to me it was a good decision for the county to make, a good decision for the community, good for Sammy's Friends, your organization. It gives a real caring person. I don't want to, not say anything with the county, but your interests come from a different perspective than the county.
It does, and I think that it's worked out really well from, like you say, from all perspectives. I think the county's happy with us. The county administration, I think they're happy with us. We're happy with us. I think the animals are happy with us.
No regrets in signing the contract?
No.
Yeah.
No, we're happy we're doing this.
It's saving the county money. I'm sure you're got it very organized and much more awareness. I see a lot more, not really promotion, but the exposure and the awareness of the community and the need for fosters.
Yeah, I mean we do way more proactive stuff, and we do more for the animals because as a private nonprofit we can raise funds, and the county can't really do that. So
right.
It costs money to do more for the animals.
Right.
So,
and speaking of raising funds, let's talk about the big celebration party.
So we're having a celebration this coming Sunday on July 31st. We're having it at the Hamilton Estate in Lake Wildwood. It's just a really, really beautiful place right on the water.
Water view.
We'll be having, we have a comedy act, we have music, I'll be giving a talk about Sammy's Friends, we have wonderful food, we have wine, we have 200 tickets, and we probably have about 25 tickets left, so we've sold about 175.
Good. And where can people, there's the flyer now. They can probably get on your website, sammysfriends.org.
To get this very information that they're looking at on the screen now. Or the best thing, because it is getting kind of late, is to come to the animal shelter at 14647 McCourtney Road and purchase the tickets, because they can't purchase them at the door because Lake Wildwood is a gated community, so we have to give the names ahead of time, so you can't purchase them when you get there. So people can, there's still probably time if somebody can't get to the shelter to call us and we can mail them to them.
Okay.
Or we'll get the tickets to people if they let us know that they want them, or they can just come by the shelter and pick them up too.
All right. So first year anniversary, that is something to really celebrate, and also, like you said, raise the funds and the money that's needed, and raise the awareness. So go to sammysfriends.org and or call 471-5041 to get your ticket so that you can have your name at the door or at the gate to get in. So Cheryl, thank you. We're out of time.
Oh, golly, that flew by as fast as that year flew by.
See, it all just happened so quick. When you're having a good time, it just happens so quickly.
Well, thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. You'll come back.
And I hope some people are out there listening and they come to the shelter and get tickets.
And kitties.
And kitties and doggies.
A kitty comes with a ticket.
All right.
All right, so stick around. We're going to take our first break. I'm going to bring up my second guest.
Thursday night markets at downtown Grass Valley. We just did a live NCTV show, which, as you know, every Thursday night, NCTV is right here at the marketplace Thursday night. So if you missed it, take a look. We got some great footage. Come on.
welcome back. My next guest is a new business owner and new to cafe community. We're so delighted to have him talk about his new thrift store with a little different angle to it. So a warm welcome to Chris Coy. He's the owner of Dollars for Scholars Thrift Store. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, I just learned not too long ago from our sound guy, Josh, a big shout out to him, was telling me about the new thrift store and some of the proceeds going to students, and this is just the kind of resource we'd like to talk about and learn about. So when did you open the thrift store?
We opened during May. It's gone by so quickly, I don't even remember exactly which day, but
for a couple months.
Yeah.
So you're still kind of getting up and going. Mm-hmm. Was this a business model that you kind of pattern after, or you just the thrift stores are certainly thriving now? What was kind of your what were you thinking? There you go. I got it out.
A number of things went wrong in order to get the thrift store right, actually.
Oh, interesting.
We had started to accumulate kids' clothes to try to benefit the community with some children's clothing. That didn't end up working out. And then a local private school ended up closing and just gave us everything. The library, all of the desks and chairs, and just all of this equipment. And so we sat there thinking, what do we do with all of this stuff that we have? And having 3 children of our own who are in school, and my wife has been involved in education for a number of years, and I'm involved in education. We just thought this would be a natural thing to do to benefit the community.
And that was one of my questions was, did you have trouble stocking your store? But it sounds like you didn't have trouble stocking it.
It looked a little bare at first. We're in about a 3,000 square foot warehouse.
Okay, that's big. That was my question too.
But literally every day, at least 5 people show up and drop off, donate items. So we're bursting at the seams now. But it's good.
So I saw we're starting to roll some of the photos that you sent over about that with the interior and some of the goods. Are there some items? Oh my gosh, that is a big space. You've got furniture.
Yes.
So it takes big pieces. Are there things that you don't accept or?
No, and we're finding that being willing to take donations whenever we're open and accepting everything really has won the hearts of the people who have found out about that, and it really benefits us too. I cannot believe the kinds of things people have donated. It's just amazing and wonderful.
So it's good finds at great prices for people. Well, let's talk about some of how you've structured this so that some of the proceeds go to scholarships. What are some of the efforts that you're doing?
Well, keep in mind we're only a couple months old, and so as soon as we're able, we would like to do things like hire tutors to be available freely to the community. And so then we would announce a day and a location, and students can show up and make use of those tutors.
Right. So have them available at certain times, and then students can drop in and use them.
Right.
Earlier when we were talking, some of the other thoughts and efforts you were formulating were essay contests, literature classes. Are those still in the works?
Yes.
Okay.
We'd like to have essay contests for scholarship money, and then host classes as well, literature classes, music classes, even language classes. And
then those services would all be free for the students?
Yeah. We don't want anybody to have to pay for these things.
And then how would you determine or select the student? How would you bestow whatever the funds? How's that going to be directed? Has it gone to that level of, if you got all the money that you wanted to, how it's going to be dispersed or allocated?
It really hasn't gotten to that level yet.
It's not there yet.
Right. But
we got to get the customers in. Come on in and find your hidden treasure.
Right.
And the gem. Speaking of finding gyms, where are you located, just so that people can find you too?
Near Taco Bell and Lamppost Pizza. So if you turn in as if you were going to enter Taco Bell, but keep going down that street, you should see our signs. We're on the right-hand side of that street, across from Lamppost Pizza.
Okay, off of it's Olympia.
Olympia Park Road, yes.
Yeah. So all these great works and good timing with the school year coming in.
Yes. In
It'll
fact,
be
we've just started our back-to-school sale, so backpacks and school clothing and things like that are available now.
So are you open, 6 days a week?
6 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4, and Saturday 9 to 1. We're trying to be more flexible with those closing hours during the summer, but during the school year we will need to stick to those.
Yeah. I think everybody kind of falls back to fall hours. And so with your wife in education, is that kind of a good, it sounds like a good asset and a good match to try to create these programs that can benefit the students?
Yes, our family makes a good team. My mother-in-law, my wife, and I all run the store, and then our kids actually help out here and there too. So,
family business.
Yes,
I'll pitch in. You can probably it probably helps with the budget too, with the salaries, right?
Right.
And they probably get whatever free inventory or merchandise they want. Well, the perks.
Yes, although sometimes you have to temper the kids in terms of what they can and cannot keep.
Oh, that's right. The idea is to kind of keep it out of the house. Right. It all goes to the thrift store.
Right.
Well, I just like the direction of all this. I think your timing was good for a thrift store. We always can use.
It certainly does seem to be benefiting the community. We get a lot of comments about being able to get dressed head to toe for under $10 and people just being thrilled with that. So
right, and also feeling good about that some of the money that they are using to purchase will also help benefit programs to help the kids.
And people get excited about donating things when they find out about that too.
Exactly, so. Yeah. That it's going to get repurposed with a good cause. So, well, Chris, thank you so much for coming on, and best of luck. It sounds like you're on your way to success.
Thank you very much.
Come back and give us an update.
I'd be glad to.
Okay. All right, so we are going to take our second break. I'm going to bring up my next guest. Stick around. Welcome back. My third guest, also first time on the program. I just keep learning more and more about services that just benefit our community and our residents. This is also exciting. So tonight I have two board members from Partners in English Language Learning. On my left is Myra Arstein. She is the board president, and on her left is Todd Bice. He is a board member with Partners in English Language Learning. welcome to the program.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. We were talking, I'm going to start with you. Tell us about what the program offers, the service.
What we offer to the community, and have been doing so for a little over 25 years.
You're kidding.
No.
This is news.
It is. We used to be known as the Literacy Council of Nevada County.
Okay.
And in 2008, we changed our name to actually fit more of what we are about. So we tutor English to non-native speakers of English, and it's a one-on-one program. And currently we have about 60 tutors, an equal amount of students.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
60
and
tutors.
we are currently getting a little bit more swamped with needs.
Looking for more tutors.
More tutors
Yeah.
because the students are filling up and really signing on.
We have currently about, I think, 15 or 16 people waiting for tutors. And part of it, I'm sure, has to do with the economics and the public school system cutting back on services. And so we're seeing our needs for our services increase.
Yeah, the demand for
the demand is gotten more so. And we do have a training coming up very soon.
Oh, well, I was just going to go into that because you're saying you need tutors. Oh, we've got some photos. Are these students?
These are a mixture of students and tutors.
Yeah. And board members.
And board members, yeah. This is from our tutor and student potluck that we hold in September.
Oh, fun!
And our students and our volunteers are able to bring their family. This is a typical training environment that you're looking at right now for the tutors.
Yeah, that's hard to talk about.
Yeah. This is Mandy and her tutor, Margaret.
Right.
And she just got her citizenship.
That's the U.S. citizenship?
U.S. citizenship.
Right.
Yep.
And she lives in Nevada County?
She does. She is from
sweet
China.
story.
From China.
And she had only been here a short while, and she just did marvelous with our program. This is a tutor, and one of the child is from one of our students' families.
All right.
That's definitely.
That's the potluck as well.
That's
From the potluck. Okay.
But that's an
It was
important.
a good time. A fun potluck.
Here we have 2 tutors and a student.
And more potluck food.
And a
I'm
board
getting
member.
hungry, okay? Let's cut the photos.
It's really, we do such little teaching.
It's really about the food.
Just fun and
Just
games.
eating.
Well, since, Todd, I'll let you tell us about the tutoring program because right now it's essential and you really need tutors. So we need to recruit.
Yeah, and what you saw there was a lot of the kids, a lot of our learners have children themselves in the Grass Valley, Nevada City schools. And so what I like to emphasize is that when you take on a student yourself as a tutor, you're helping so many more people besides just that student. You're helping that student's children. You're helping that student's
really has the effect.
children's doctors. Yeah, you're really getting a lot of
snowball.
for your investment. And so that's something that when we were talking about volunteering, that you want to make the most out of your time, out of your investment. And you really do get a chance to help a lot of people in the community.
Wow.
Just with an hour and a half a week is what we ask of our tutors. They meet at a place that they design, that they can both arrange.
So there isn't I thought you were at Lyman Gilmore.
We are. We have our offices
Your
there.
office.
And our library materials for our students are all there.
But you can meet the student one-on-one at different places.
Different places.
Oh, that's good.
It becomes a mutually agreeable contract between the tutor and the student.
Yeah.
And so many of our students can be working 2 or 3 jobs.
Oh.
So finding an appropriate time to meet with them.
I see.
And it is more so. And you do intake. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I also do the intake. Initially, when a student is referred to us, and we should mention that our students are self-referred, and so they're all really motivated, learners, which are the greatest students to work with.
How do they learn about how do they learn about you through United Way?
We're in a lot of
United
social
Way,
services, Sierra Nevada Children's Services, Partners Family Resource Center is another place.
We partner with others.
Lisa Stein is a local by,
she's
ESL
run the
teacher.
ESL
and
programs
has
for
been very
public
generous to
schools.
us
Yeah.
with recommendations. But when the students initially come to us, a lot of times we just need some specific information, and I have a little Spanish. I deal with, that's my second language is the Spanish. We do have
Yeah.
a great deal of other. That's not
That's
all of
my
our.
other question. I mean, it's not just, we were talking before, that the other language, there's other languages that are
Right.
really increasing our cultural diversity here is really
changing.
is changing.
Yes.
So matching a tutor who can speak that, understand.
Well, actually,
Okay,
the
we're
tutor
there.
doesn't need to speak the student's language.
Okay, good
The
to know.
training provides
That
you
is
with the
a
tools
very good point.
that will allow you to teach, even though the communication isn't in their language.
Right.
Initially, when we do the intake evaluation for somebody, say, from Mongolia, and we have a student who
Yes,
is
yeah.
from Mongolia, they will generally have either a
basics?
friend or a
Oh.
family member who can initiate the evaluation process
Oh, I see.
with them and interpret for us.
Right.
But once we get into the program, the method in which we teach can be gestures. It can
Right.
be,
Different ways to
depending on
communicate.
how you communicate with them.
Yeah.
Building blocks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
building
it's
blocks. You
it's
do a lot of pictures. You
kinda
do
what I do with
vocab,
my
you
dog.
begin-
He still hasn't gotten my language yet.
This means down.
Right.
He just looks at my face and he gets it. Todd, I want to ask another question about the tutoring training. How long?
Right.
How much is that time to
We do
the training?
have, we do ask that all tutors must attend. There's a 2-day training that's spread out over 2 Saturdays. It's from 8:30 to 4:30, and it does happen at our office in Lyman Gilmore.
And that's coming up soon?
That is coming up in September,
Okay.
September 17th
17th and the 24th.
24th.
Oh, so you've got two separate weekends.
Two separate weekends is the commitment that we ask, and there is a small one-time fee of $25 for materials. But in that training, just like Myra was saying, you're going to learn. We have trained teachers and trained educators that are going to educate you in the nuances of teaching English.
Okay, so we're just running out of time, and so please sign up and get a hold of Myra or Todd, and you can go to the website piell.org 274-8428. Todd and Myra, we are out of time.
Thank you so
Valuable
much.
Thanks very much
service.
for having us.
This
Yeah,
is great.
Appreciate it.
Let's fingers crossed more tutors. All right.
That's right.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you learned a lot in tonight's program. Don't forget, live Thursday night, downtown Grass Valley Market. I'm hosting, so be there.
Take me down today. Walk me down to the water. Wash me down. Okay.
Thank you for watching Nevada County Television, your community station providing local individuals and organizations a venue for public expression and the exercise